Shall we? This has been asked for already. A number of the listeners love this one. This is Arthur Albiston on a short-lived Scottish phone-in. And
it was very short-lived.
Yeah. And somebody was asking him about Scotland, the Scotland goalkeeper.
I'm feeling, about Craig Brown's selection for the Scotland squad.
Yep.
He must know that Hearts have got a good team. We get Colin Cameron in the squad, Stephen Presley.
Yep.
I just don't know why for at least 3 seasons he's been ignoring Antinemi.
Antinemi?
Aye, I don't know why he doesn't get a game.
For Scotland?
Aye.
He's from Finland.
He's what?
He's Finnish, isn't he?
He's not finished. He's only 28.
No, not finished. He's from Finland.
What do you mean?
That's where his nationality is Finnish. He's from Finland.
He's not Scottish?
No.
Oh, I thought he was Scottish.
Brilliant, isn't it?
He's no Finnish, he's only 28. And this
He's
one
probably about
always...
46 now.
www.
Yeah.
RN.
RN.
AN.
AN.
DR.
DR.
M.
N. N or M?
M for Marine.
M for Marine, okay, yeah.
AA.
AA.
.org. .uk.
.org.uk, okay. RNANDRMAA.org.uk.
You got that, Captain.
Fantastic.
If you want to contact me, landline number.
Well, no, don't. I'd rather not do that if you don't mind. Have you got an email address or a mobile number? I'd rather do that than a landline.
That's fine with me, sir. Email.
Yeah.
CACH.
CACH.
ALOT.
ALOT, yeah.
MAXI.
MMAXI, yeah.
At.
Yeah.
Yahoo.co.uk.
Yahoo.co.uk, okay.
So you got CACHALOT.
OTMAXI.
Yeah.
Okay.
Case lot Maxi.
Yeah.
My mobile number.
Yeah.
07.
Yeah.
954.
954.
022.
022.
644.
644. Okay, Andrew, I've got all that done. I will repeat it.
Oh, don't, Keith, please.
That exchange won a Sony that year. It was marvellous, wasn't it?
Brilliant, yes. It was. I think it was certainly shortlisted. Yahoo.com. Self-styled character there. So, more, how's Bob's health, should I say? That's coming up. A lot of people enjoy this one. It is Gary Bushell, the TV critic, on the Sports Breakfast with Alan Brazil and Mike Parry. And Gary had been out the night before. This is what happened.
I feel a bit of a fraud today.
Why?
Because I wasn't watching any TV last night. I was at the filming of the BAFTA tribute for Bob Monkhouse over at the BBC.
Is that right? But that was a bit of fun.
Oh, there were some really nice contributions from a lot of good people, including some of the best of the younger comics around now. You like Jack D, Jimmy Carr, Steve Coogan.
Yeah.
And the clips were absolutely sensational. They got all his greatest one-liners, his acting roles, nostalgia by the bucket. I mean, you forget he was in things like Carry On Sergeant, and as well as...
Well, many people, Gary, forget that he's one of the greatest stand-up comics you've ever seen. I saw him years ago when I was still a reporter in Chester, and at the time we only knew him as the host of The Golden Shot or whatever, you know?
I tell you what, he's got a great, if he has to, he can do a blue version as well, which is meant to be fantastic.
Oh, yes. In fact, you can get those on video still, on DVD probably now. This show goes out the weekend after next on BBC One. You're absolutely right. You're left with no doubt that Monkhouse was a giant.
Yeah, sure. Oh, no, absolutely.
Gary, what about Bob's health now?
He died at Christmas.
I think Mr. Brazil was just looking a little bit back there rather than forward. You're absolutely right.
I
heard two different versions of it, to be honest.
The terrible thing
Two
was
different versions, I was told.
Two different versions.
Who was going
one
around
he
saying-
died and one he didn't.
He was going around saying Bob was still alive.
And then the fact that he said, you're left in no doubt he was one of the greats and all that. And he says, how's his
I love
health?
the way Mike tries to... I think Mr. Brazil was looking back. What's that mean?
Nothing.
There's no way you can get out of that.
No.
Anyway, just one more from Alan. This is one of my favourites. More from the bloke's reaction at the end. Introducing a guest from overseas.
Portugal take on Greece in
Opening game.
the big opener. Now let's get a Greek point of view from the Greek daily newspaper. Eleftheris Typos. Goodness me, I hope I pronounced that right. And let's say very good morning to the next guest, George Georgakopoulos. George, I'm sorry, I'm struggling with. I always have struggled with Greek names, George. Good morning.
Good morning. You didn't do too badly, actually.
Really? That's very butchered by someone else, that name. Fantastic. Anyway, more to come. More clips, more from the listeners. And yeah, we'll do. When should we do that? We'll do that bit of improv just after 2:30. So Andy,
will be officially presented an LA Galaxy player tomorrow night. He and Posh leave Britain for America this afternoon. Bex is following the footsteps of some of sport's biggest names, such as Johan Cruyff, Franz Beckenbauer, and George Best.
Three names that are nothing like.
Another master of languages, of course.
And off the back of Saga's man bag, we heard that producer Skaggsy wore a pair of Ugg boots. What are they? Ugg boots?
I'll tell you about those in a minute.
Okay, on Boxing Day, he took them back the next day after getting so much abuse from his mates. We want to know, what's your biggest fashion fox paz?
It's brilliant. I like the idea that Saggers can explain what Ugg boots are to Quinny as well.
Fox Paz. Anyway, more clips to come, more from the listeners and on theories, as we always know. Here he is again. Oh, sorry, it's Beaky, isn't it? I do apologise. I'm sorry,
thrown
Bill.
them all
I've completely
out
thrown them. I've put the line. It's Beaky again, and it's a game of football. We haven't quite worked out what the score is.
Okay, Mansfield 1, Northampton 0 in that other player. Sorry, Mansfield 0, Northampton 1. Mansfield 0, Northampton 1. Day getting the goal after 14 minutes play. Northampton 0, Mansfield 1. I beg your pardon. Let me get it right. Northampton 0, Mansfield 1 in that other playoff semi-final which is going on today. That's the Division 3 playoff semi-final. So it's Mansfield 0, Northampton. Sorry, it's Northampton 0, Mansfield 1, let me get it absolutely right, in that other playoff semi-final which is going on today.
Jeff Peters, still the only person who knows what the score was.
I'm Googling it, I want to know myself.
This is Mike Parr, as we said, with one of his odd theories.
The one I find odd is when you go into these little shops, and they're just corner shops, they've got a machine there saying, get money out of here.
And they never work anyway.
Well, even if they do, I'm a bit suspicious that there's a little, there's not a man in there. And as soon as you push your, your card in, he takes a note of your number and then pushes it out again. And you get a few quid. I mean, they're very odd machines, those.
Well, they are.
It's like a man in the cash machine.
It finished Mansfield 1, Northampton 3.
Oh, thank you very much for that, Andy.
Yeah, good.
This is Alan Brazil. This is a bit of a weird one. Here we go.
Right, we're going to have a quick break, and coming up, the youngest British female ever. Congratulations to Benita Norris.
The youngest British female ever.
Yeah.
It couldn't be much of an interview.
It's not going to be for long, is it?
No, probably not. That's very true. Anyway, more clips. Mike Parry again. I think chatting to a caller in a competition.
Who came runners-up to Lyon in the French League last season and are now in the Champions League?
I'll take a stab, but say Bordeaux, Mike.
Bordeaux, as in the tapestry, yeah?
Yeah.
No. Famous. We went to Bordeaux looking for the tapestry.
Yeah, we couldn't find it.
What a waste of time that was. We were there for ages.
We found the wine museum. That was
we did. That was pretty good. But sadly, no tapestry. We've got a time check, I think, from Alan now.
Okay, Australia, 201 for 8 o'clock. How does that affect the sporting odds?
I've got no idea. What's 201 for 8 o'clock?
No idea.
That's a time check and a score in one. We'll end with this. This is Russell. I mean, it doesn't need an introduction. It's Russell Hargreaves.
It's extra time at talkSPORT all the way through the morning till 6 o'clock in the return for the Wank Holiday Monday.
Oh dear. That's unfortunate.
Never heard it called that before.
Right, Marsh is back, hopefully. Let's see if we can get him this time. Good morning, Marsh. Great talkSPORT technology here. Do not put me on clips of the week for this. This is very frustrating. I can see Marsh's lights up, but we're not hearing him. Marsh? Good morning, Marsh. No, I'm afraid the technology here, we're going to have to get a sound engineer in here to have a look at this. Very, very frustrating. But any clues, Elliot? Hello, Marsh? Absolutely great. Sorry, folks, we'll have to get Elliot to come in here and see if we can get anything sorted, but I'm afraid Marsh is not there. Good morning, Marsh.
Morning, Nigel.
Ah, we've got him at long
Oh, thank
last.
goodness.
Hey.
Otherwise, it was about 15 minutes he had to fill in.
It was like a seance, wasn't it, in the end? Morning, Marsh. You hear me, Marsh?
Do not put me in clips of the week. No.
Clips of the
You'll be
year.
Clips of the year forevermore.
That's right.
Have to get an engineering. I wouldn't bother if I was you. No, that's not going to help.
So, more from the listeners. Yeah, says the producer. We can do a few. People like the clips. This is Alan Brazil. Succinct to the last question for our old mate Peter Spencer on the Manchester Evening News back in the day.
Peter, what about, it's hard to get to the bottom of this because a year ago I loved him the way he was. He led the line. He just led Man United. He was strong. He was, he was just fantastic. The punters loved his attitude, chasing back, getting tackles in, apart from scoring brilliant goals. Now, all of a sudden, is it, I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. What's happened? The World Cup was a disaster. Was that because off the field antics, or allegedly, and all this, or has something been bothering him for a while about United? I don't know. Footballers sometimes always think the grass is green on the other side. Do they speak to Ronaldo? People like that. Or can we look even deeper? We had a call earlier talking about the problem with the Irish who sold to the Glaziers. The Glaziers have this huge debt hanging over their heads, and at the moment United's cash flow looks after that. But what if one of the other businesses is maybe not pulling its horns in, or pulling the money in it did, and they have to pull the horns in, and perhaps something's got to give. Now, is it a deeper problem than what we know about? Have you heard anything there?
Well, that was a question and a half one.
It's got to be I think it's the longest ever on the clock.
Much longer than the Jens Lehmann.
Amazing.
It's incredible.
This is Mark Saggers, and you talk about the Eddie Butler epic sort of intros. Well, this was all going so well for Saggers until.
When the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be Mickey Quinn and Jem Proudfoot on Sky on talkSPORT.
Oh, what a shame. So good, wasn't it?
Back to Alan Brazil talking daytime telly.
Once met Gloria Hungerford got a kiss. Bit too much makeup though for me. Up the arse says Donut Dave. Oh, come on, Dave. Whoa. Lovely Gloria.
I've forgotten that one. That's so wrong in so many ways.
It's so important to read a text first, isn't it, really? Before
Gloria Hungerford as well. Never mind the other bit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, too much makeup for me. Anyway, Alan does love, because obviously he's broadcasting flat out, and he has his breakfast while he goes, and he does sometimes struggle with the croissants, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Excuse me, 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Good morning. A huge weekend of live Premiership action coming up on talkSPORT. God, that toast has gone down the wrong way, Robbie. They don't come much bigger. Liverpool against Chelsea.
It's nearly dying there.
Those croissants, do you remember? They were massive, the ones.
They were like catcher's mitt when they used to get stuck into in the morning. Anyway, this just one final one in this section. This one of the oddest questions probably ever asked on talkSPORT by Mark Saggers, if I remember, to Darren Lewis from the Mirror.
Darren Lewis, good evening. Help me. Have you ever been a kebab?
Darren Lewis, have you ever been a kebab?
I don't think he has.
I'm not, as far as I know.
No.
So there we are. We've got a few more clips to